That was a lot of grunting.
That was.
Every bit of it was deserved. So you've seen us work on Hunter's sand buggy. You've seen us work on Sean's. We worked on Landon's sand buggy. I know you guys want us to get the rollback done, and I want to get it done. I want to get Michelle's Jeepster done. But we made promises to go to Glamis, so we are building Volkswagens today. So we're gonna go and get Jace's and get his running, and then hopefully there will be enough time to get mine running when we're done. Oh yeah, and we worked on Michelle's as well. We've done them all, so except for mine and Jace's. So today, we're working on Jace's buggy. Hopefully we can get it knocked out in a couple of days and running and driving. Today is the day. We're gonna work on this thing.
You didn't even hop in it so we could push you.
So this frame, it's been sitting outside. It's got water inside the tubes. We brought it up here in the cold. It froze and broke everywhere. This frame's done. We're gonna take all the good parts from this, which there's a lot of good parts in it. Motor, transaxle, front end, steering, brakes, shifter, all that's coming out, and it's going in this other frame that I have, so we'll get going. So we'll show you the frame that we're gonna change all the stuff to. Well, the only difference is this was a mid-engine car. It's not gonna be a mid-engine car anymore. We're gonna turn it around and put it out the back. We'll see how that all goes. We lifting it or we trawling around? Well, that was a lot. On to grabbing the good frame and bringing it in and start getting that mounted in it. So, got our work cut out for us today. All right, everybody, think freaking tough. Basically, we gotta take this out, cut that off, unbolt this stuff. We'll have to take the tank out, cut those mounts. It'll set up here somewhere. We'll be able to take them off, and we got her. All right, fuel tank, fuel pump. We bolt her in. All right, I think we're done tearing apart. We're currently going back together. So I think I need this part. I don't need this back half back here. So I gotta cut this off of it because these are the mounts that bolt up to the transaxle and hold it in. So I think that's gonna work. We're gonna put this, we'll switch it around, make it a tail dragger instead of a mid-engine. So I'll get this cut off and we'll see what we can do. We're getting there. Got it. All right, so now I think we slide that in, mount everything up, put that back on, see if it bolts to there.
What are you doing, Sean?
Trying to unbolt the engine mount, but it's bolted to the bell housing, so we're gonna have to pull the engine.
Which is 4 bolts, not a real big deal. So we'll pull those 4 bolts, we'll slide the motor and trans apart, and then we'll go ahead and mount the trans. It's gonna be easier without the trans anyway.
Yeah.
Pry her off. Oh no, just roll it. Somewhere right there. Alright. Yeah, I should be able to bolt those right back up to it.
See if we can start one.
It'll be fine. Then we gotta get some bolts, put that thing in the front, and then we'll let this down and see if we can make it happen. Lift the hoist up. Whoa, that off that side. Is that gonna put it forward and make it look stupid? Probably not, really.
Pretty cool.
We could actually pull these in if we needed to. Get a front bolt in that, Sean.
That might be just too easy.
We'll build a mount that ties that into there. Bolt this back together. The shocks will take us a minute, but we'll be able to cut all this other stuff off. Just pull on it. The problem we're gonna run into is trailing arms.
Have to mount them up by the seat on the outside.
Something. Gonna be a short wheelbase little son of a bee.
Very.
Yeah, it's still gonna be 102 or 3. What was yours?
92.
So it's gonna be in the same ballpark as yours. We'll make trailing arms work somehow. All right, so I pulled my chair over here to stare at this thing for a minute and see how we're gonna put it together. We can make this work, but it's gonna be a lot of work. So I got the old trusty Google out and Googled how to swap the guts in this to make it a reverse rotation. I think we're gonna go that route and leave this frame as is. Just flop that thing around. We'll pull that back out. We'll end up welding some stuff back together that I cut apart, but that's easy. Then I don't have to rebuild shock mounts, any of that kind of stuff. The fuel tank bolts right back into where it was. It's gonna be way easier. So some of you guys out there that have done this before, you're probably giggling right now, but we're gonna do it. So I read on the internet, they said you just have to chase the side plate with the gear. So we gotta pull both side plates off, flip this thing over, then that side plate becomes that side plate, that one becomes this one, shims back in exactly how it was, turns backwards. And then we'll just unbolt this, bolt it back in right there, put the motor right where that's setting. I have mid-engine exhaust on my other one out there that we can swipe and put on this one. So with any luck, in the next couple hours, we have this done. Don't ruin any of those. Alright.
We didn't drain the oil in this one, did we?
Nope. We're about to. I'll get a pan. That's probably the best looking oil we've had yet. I'm happy with that. Sweet. The internet said this is easy, Sean. They said lickety split, we'll be done. I'll have to pull the starter because it's smack dab in the way. It's Michelle! Hey, Michelle!
Hey,
You
I'm
come
still
in.
mad at you.
She's mad at me because I yelled at her in a dream.
He was a jerk to me.
Girls never change, huh? Girls never.
All right, put that
Plug it
plug in. We're gonna get oil everywhere, anyways. We'll just do it. 13 millimeter on the old impactor, and I think we can. Come hold this, Hunter. Okay. Maybe we gotta tear it apart. We do. Slide the tube off, and then that's how it's gonna go together.
This way's faster though.
Then rebuilding that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. rubber hammer right there. Let's
Melt some stuff.
hey, is it already 5?
No, it's like 3.
330.
330.
Welcome to the jungle. All right. Tap the hole. Grab a screwdriver. Just pull it off. There. Yeah, it'll come off. There it is.
Hey Hunter, $50 won't grab that.
Get your money out.
50?
I'm kidding. I don't have
Get your
50.
money out.
Dude, he was jumping. Until you said
$50?
We're winning. All right. Keep all of that stuff together because it has to go on the other side. Okay.
What was the easy part?
Yeah, then I think we just do this.
That easy.
Just like that. And then we put it back together. We're gonna be Volkswagen experts. I've done a lot with Volkswagens, but I've never reversed one.
That's crazy.
Try to make this not leak terribly bad. We're going back together. Push it on through. There you go, right? Just put the axle tubes back on it.
If they want to.
Bolt that back in it. Bolt that on it. And start it and drive it out of here.
12 minutes.
I don't think it'll move really anywhere.
Alright, I guess we can go ahead and snug these bottoms. This is gonna work, man. We're gonna weld this right back together. That'll do, donkey.
Once it's in, it's in. But
Yeah. Frame's a little tweaked. Should be fine.
It's one of Chase's.
Okay, I think you can start snugging. Let's do this. Oh yeah. How did that feel?
that had to have hurt.
That's kind of funny. All right. Okay.
Well, that's technically.
As long as we don't squish the
Perfect.
tubes. It's in. There, got it. Get in. Get a bolt. Get a bolt. That was a lot of grunting.
That was.
Every bit of it was deserved. Okay. That looks way better setting in there. All right, well.
Progress anyway.
It's already doing wheelies.
Oh yeah, she's gonna do wheelies, I think. All right, it's morning. We're back on Jace's buggy. I got a bunch done on it last night. So I got the shifter all figured out. So it actually shifts through the gears now. So we're gonna divide and conquer when the boys get here, Sean and Hunter. I'm gonna have them start putting the front end back in that thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and start building the rear suspension and get that dialed to where we can set it down on all fours. Once it's setting on all fours, then it's just a matter of hooking some stuff up, put the fuel tank back in, fuel system, throttle cable, brakes. Then I think she drives. We should be driving it today if all goes well. So we'll see how this pans out, but it should be good. These are my trailing arms that I currently have. It's supposed to be straight. That's not supposed to be all ruined. That one's not supposed to be missing. So we're gonna run down to the boneyard and pick some parts up. I think I got some more of these on a rear end down there. We may end up just totally rebuilding. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna go find some parts. Exactly what we need. We should just brought a sawzall. We could have just flip, 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 flip. Now we gotta unbolt stuff. So this is the rear end out of the old rat rod. And we kept it around for this reason right here, just because it had good parts on it. Can you see our cows from here? Are you gonna be cowboying today?
They're still there.
I'd like to watch you cowboy, Sean said. It's pretty fun to watch.
I don't like cows. I like horsepower and I don't like horses either.
I like the way cows taste. I'll let Sean do all the cowboying he wants. All right, we got our parts. We'll get out of here. It's one downside of the tow truck. It doesn't have much of a bed on it.
You got those parts? I got them.
Money. So basically I just gotta cut these out of here, straighten that up. We'll set them back in there, pinch it down, weld them in, bolt them in, and we got ourselves trailing arms built. That's why we keep old parts kicking around. You never know when you're gonna need them. Good enough. 15 inches are what I gotta have. There's one. There's two.
Well, what are you doing now?
We've been doing a little grinding this morning. When Hunter took the front end out yesterday, I don't know what happened. Something's wrong with it. It had a rough life. We're gonna weld it back up, grind it smooth, and we're gonna get this bolted in so this thing will be rolling by when? 11? Noon? Quick.
Go with that.
Quick.
Just like that.
Worked out pretty good.
We'll weld them in and bolt it together and put shocks on it. Rear suspension done at that point. Michael sends us a thread straightener kit, so we'll use the heck out of this. Hunter is always ruining bolts.
True.
So this will come in handy, thank you. I also got this, but I lost the note who it was from. I had it sitting here on my toolbox. You guys can imagine that, and I lost it. So thank you. I'm gonna make Hunter eat one of these.
What is it? What do you mean?
It's extra spicy JD food. This is JD. We do custom tumblers. Let's see what the custom Stanford tumbler looks like. Pretty sweet. Thank you guys. It's Matt in Texas. He sends me a book of dad jokes. How did the telephone maker propose to his girlfriend? Wow. He gave her a ring.
Wow.
We're gonna use those ones pretty good. Adam Sherman sends me a shirt. Yeah, that's pretty good. In case of accident, my blood type is Mountain Dew. To Paul and crew from Mike. Ooh, the mother load.
Kidding me?
Beaver nuggets. Thanks, Mike. All right, I'm welding the last one of my trailing arms up, and then when they cool down, we'll get them bolted on here. We'll see how this all works. Old junky parts turned into brand new parts, so a little bit of hammering and tapping and they'll fit. We're going together. We'll have trailing arms and shocks before we know it. Those, I think, need to roll to there. What do you think of that?
I like it.
It looks sanitary, isn't it? Oh. Bolt that thing together, and then I'm going to cut this off right here and weld the shock mounts somehow into that. I don't know. Haven't fully got that pictured yet, but that's somewhat what the rear end's going to look like. Oh man,
That's gonna work pretty cool.
I think it's going to
I like it.
I think it's going to do everything that needs.
Your hard work is just about to pay off there, bud.
Just about.
Yellow. What's this color? Faded red?
Yeah.
Ugly red? It's gonna look good together. Now that our tires roll nice and straight. Okay, hold it. Got it. Is it hot still?
No.
There.
Yeah, about.
Too
Let
low
me
now.
hold that up. Let me go get a magnet cam.
Okay.
She's going to be fast and furious.
You could bump it down just a hair. A little more. Okay.
She may be a little tweakified here. Tweakified is a word. Ooh, that's going to be tight.
Hunter.
Wow.
You want to go get us some lunch?
I can do that.
All right, we sent Hunter after lunch, so me and Sean will get some actual work done while he's gone. He holds us back all the time. Just kidding, he doesn't. You're gonna have to deal with some crappy videoing currently because Hunter's gone and I'm running the camera. So look at that. She's in, man. The old yellow is going back together. Basically, trailing arms are in it. I gotta weld shocks on. And then this thing is setting on all fours and we start hooking it up. With any luck, when Jace gets home from basketball practice tonight, he drives this thing. I want his job. Just play basketball, don't have to work, I just get to play. I need that job again. They were good days back when they were around. Soon enough, he'll be an adult and he'll be working. And forget what playing's all about, huh?
It goes quick.
When we go to Glamis, we're gonna know what playing is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a teenager again. All right, it looks to me like 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. We'll just tighten her right there. There's an actual front end in this thing.
She's a roller halfway.
How bad is that gonna be? Probably not terrible.
With the rag joint, that's pretty close.
One shock bracket going in. All right, Buggy's setting on all fours. I've been tinkering on brakes and clutch. Got those. Hunter is doing seats because he did such a good job on Michelle's.
Such a good job.
He got to do these ones too, so he's bending those. We needed to lower the back of the seat like 3 inches basically to tip it back, give you more headroom. So we're laying them back. Sean is putting new distributor in it. plug wires, all the tune-up parts and pieces. So we're gaining on this thing. Landon's home from school. He's throwing the fuel tank back in. We'll start plumbing it. With any luck, we're driving this thing in a couple hours, I think. Well, exhaust is going to slow us down shortly, but we'll be ready to start it without exhaust. We're on to exhaust. That's one side right there. I used the existing bend, and then we're gonna go into some old derby car parts. I had a set of header collectors sitting there. It'll look something like that when we get done. I got a pipe cut for the other side right here. I'll go bend it up and we'll get it run out the back, and then start doing the hard ones, the little short ones that are gonna be tight and hard to get into. So we actually might bring them up over the top. They might be the top piece. Probably gonna be, so we'll see how it works out. All right, I got 2 exhausts bent. Hunter, he's building seat brackets. He's doing this thing right here. We ran out of stuff, so he's welded some together and making them.
This one's a lot harder than Michelle's.
What makes it harder?
I had a weld. That's what made it harder.
But look at that weld. I mean, not too shabby.
You trust your kid? Well, I guess it won't be your kid. It'll
Probably gonna be you when he's hauling you back.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Sean, he's hooking linkages up on the front of the carb here so we can get throttle dealt with. Things are coming together. With a little bit of luck, when Jace gets home, we may hear this run at least. We still haven't bled brakes. They're all in it. We haven't put pedals, we haven't mounted the pedals because we don't know where the seats aren't mounted. We don't know where to put them yet, but a little bit at a time, we're getting closer. All right, I'm pretty happy with that part of the exhaust. I didn't show you. We got a lot going on here, and we're on a time crunch. We got to get this thing done. Hunter, when we put Hunter to work, you know things are happening. So once we get the seats mounted, we'll show you a little more, but I'm going to cut these flanges right here off these old exhaust because I need them to bolt to the back of the heads to build the other part that comes up out. So I'll get that started. We'll show you step by step once we build the back headers and how to weld it all together. So we'll get that going. Hunter's got one seat in it. It's looking good. He's doing a little adjusting on the bracket. I've got 2 of them hooked together. So I just got to bend 2 more. And exhaust is pretty much done at that point. So it's probably not going to run tonight, like I said. We're going to have to make it run tomorrow, but it's going to be way closer to running than it's been in a long time, so we'll get there. It is morning. I'm back on this thing. We got to get this knocked out today. We needed it knocked out yesterday, but it's not, so I need it done today. I got 1 more tube to bend to there. This is not a tuned exhaust. This is going to get by exhaust. It's good enough for the time being until I can find the right one that goes on it. But this will get us to Glamis, and it'll get Jace on the sand dunes. I got to leave early today because first game of the state tournament today in Richfield. So I got a 2.5-hour drive to get to a game. So I'm going to leave these boys early, around 3-ish probably, so that I can get there. But we should have this running by then. So we'll see how things go. My Miller let me down. It quit working. I don't know, the drive wheel that spins and pushes the wire out seized up in it. Somehow the motor, it tries to turn, but it won't turn. So I got to buy some parts for that. So the old Hobart coming in clutch, we're welding with it again. So we'll see how things turn out. All right, Grader stayed home from school today because he don't feel good, but he's tending the new addition. Look at that thing. This is Gracie's dog. It's tiny. So put it down, let's see it. Yep, that's it.
Gonna lose it.
Just what we needed, another dog running around the shop. All right, we're just welding the last tube in on the exhaust, and then we got to build the nose cone for it. Then I think we can move on to other stuff. So we're gaining. We might have a little exhaust leak there, but I think it'll be fine. You won't even hear it with the open header situation. Weld the top, and then we'll have to lift it up, and I can weld the both sides on the bottom. It looks pretty good,
Are you doing one of those for the cone, or are you going to go straight out? I think we're going to go just straight out. We'll take a piece of that 2.5 and flare it like we did yours. Yeah.
Put it on it. Call it good. All right, we're getting close here. Weld that and tap the rest down. She's ugly, but it's gonna work. That looks straight.
Fairly.
That's all we go with around here. I'll bet that's loud and obnoxious. Teenager will like it. All right, that part's done. We gotta lift it up, and I got 2 welds on the bottom side to weld up. I think it's done. I'm gonna weld the seats in real quick before we lift it. I think we're basically to hooking it up and starting it, aren't we?
Wires and gas line.
Yeah.
We're close.
All right, I don't know what switches do what.
That makes the light come on.
What does that do? Oh! Put your finger in that hole over there.
Do you trust a friend when they say that?
Let's see what happens. Ready? Yep. Right there. Distributor. Which one's number 1? Pretty sure. That's the farthest one forward. That's 1. If you go backwards, it's 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 4, 3, 2. That's right. It says it'll fire right up. Well, I like those odds. We've decided we're gonna hear it. We're gonna try it. It's gonna be a multi-handed organization to make this run, so.
You that good?
Well,
Pour both sides.
I gotta hold power to the fuel pump, jump that, hit the starter button. Did you see any fuel pumping with the key on? Or hear it, or any of those things?
No, because it needs grounded.
It's not pumping.
You can come over here.
You're either good luck or bad luck.
Can't be the same luck. All right.
Yours running?
Yeah.
Good.
Let's see.
Dude.
Jump in it, try it. That worked. Stiff,
It's a little stiff.
It's stiff, but it worked. Cool. It'll probably run longer than Landon's. Did I say that out loud?
People place bets.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be,
Yeah, there's got to be some.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely see who's runs longest, and
And those motors are pretty tough.
this one actually sounds.
Hunter's pretty gullible. You can talk him into stuff. So at night, not bad.
It don't take much.
Yeah, we gotta see if it has oil pressures. Yeah, that's more than I've ever seen out of a Volkswagen.
I was hoping for 10 or 8.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the gauge wiggle. Cool.
That's cool. It'll be good.
Pick her up. She's heavier than yours. That's as far as you can go. That's hanging.
1,125.
Wow.
2 carburetors though.
Yeah. All right, you can let her down. We didn't weigh Sean's. We gotta weigh his still.
It'll probably talk.
I'll bet you mine weighs, I don't know, 300 pounds less than everyone's.
I bet so too.
All right, so I'm going to leave these boys. I got to run to a basketball game. Jace is playing first game of state tournament, so I'm going. They're going to have to watch it on TV tonight. They're continue working on this thing. So I'm out of here. Me and Grandma are gone. I'm meeting Michelle there, so we'll show you guys some clips.
The throttle pedal's hooked up. We just have to hook it to this side. Wires. We got the fuel pump. We figured that out. Fuel pump's on. Keys on. It should start. Green. We like green.
Green.
Let's wire white to green. Green's now white. And then we can put the seats back in. Really, we could drive it. So we'll throw some stuff back together, mount the battery, zip tie some wires that we're not going to use up. Yeah, we're getting dang close. We're going to get this button together. Let's go race your rail.
Let's do it.
Is your rail good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Why not? Everybody else is gone. It's me and you. So we're going to get this together. Maybe we'll go drive some around for a minute. Let's go for a ride. Just uptown and back. See how it runs.
I can follow you in mine then.
If all else fails, I'll shut the switch off.
All right.
It has a clutch, man. It's a real car. Heck yeah. That thing's fun.
Yes! Good job, Jake! Yes! Good job, Jake!
a new day. Jace lost last night, first round of state, so they're on the Constellation side, but he played pretty good. Got a pretty sweet dunk last night. Everything's done. We can't get reverse. We're hoping that the shifter's out of adjustment and it's nothing that we did inside of the transaxle. So we're gonna play with the shifter and then we'll go take you for a ride in this thing and show you how it works. Okay, shift it reverse. It's not going in. Let me, oh! That's tight. Okay, try that. Woohoo!
That's it.
That's a win.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Done. We go take this thing for a proper rip now and push it outside until our lights show up, and then we light all of them.
Yeah.
Onto my buggy. So, drive. We're gonna go for a little test trip and see how this works. Hunter, he's gonna follow us in his buggy and get some B-roll of us cruising. So we'll go see how this thing runs and give it a little test drive, and hopefully we're done working on it. Okay, on, fuel pump. Just minor oversight. Oh yeah, that's shifting. That's smooth now. First is still over way farther than I expected it to be. So forward this tire, reverse is that way. Second or third or fourth. Oh, really? How's yours?
It's good. They have a lot more power than I thought.
They really do. Yeah, they're pretty good. I guess let's go home. We'll fix that. Get second or get third and fourth. I wonder if we can climb that.
One person would go up it.
I think we need to turn the fuel pressure down on the regulator. All right, Jace came home for just a minute before he headed to his basketball game. He got to take the old girl for a little ride. She's good to go. So on to the next one and on to the next video. So thanks for watching.